different regions of space stop inflating at different times, creating distinct bubble-like structures. Each bubble represents a universe with its own unique properties, including potentially different physical constants and laws. These bubbles, each existing in its own pocket of space-time, would be casually disconnected from each other, making direct observations or communication between them impossible.
The first god was known as the roarer. Rudra means the roarer. So I asked, how many times do you think he could have roared? He said, we cannot say. We cannot say because we have no way of knowing how many times, but obviously he's roared more than one time.
Before we talk about multiverse in detail, let's first watch Sadhguru's video.
84 is a significant number today in our lives, whether we are aware of it or not. Why 84 is significant is, this existence has passed through 84 happenings. 84 times it has happened. This is the 84th time.
Today modern science proves that the whole existence is just vibration. It's not my invention, it is a scientific fact. Where there's a vibration, there has to be a sound. Yes? Is it okay? I'm trying to go logically step by step. There are other ways to go. Just with this I can make you know it in a different way. But we want to go step by step. Where there's a vibration, there is bound to be a sound, is that so? So, you're not just a vibration, you are a sound, a noise. Those who are making the sounds and those who are not, all of you are just one piece of sound. This is what modern science is telling you. And somewhere way back, somebody told you, first there was a word, and the word is God. You know, they told you a long time ago. A sound is a word, isn't it? A word is a sound, rather. Right now if I say yes, because you know English language, you are attaching a certain meaning to it. If you did not know English language, as far as you are concerned, I'm just making a sound, isn't it? Because you don't know their languages, you are thinking they're making some crazy noises? No, they're saying something. If I speak in a language that you do not know, you would naturally think I'm making some crazy sounds, isn't it so? If I speak right now in Tamil or Kannada or Telugu or some other language that you do not know, you would think I'm making some… You don't know whether I'm really speaking a language or making up some nonsense, isn't it so? Yes. So word is just a sound. So they said that word is God. Because anybody who's looked at the existence closely can see that what you call as creation and what you call as the creator cannot be separated. If you separate it, creation will cease to exist. Unless it's constantly supported by the source of creation, not for a moment can this creation process go on. Because creation is not a done thing, It is an ongoing thing, yes? Are you an ongoing thing or you're a done thing? I hope you're not a done thing. You're an ongoing process. Without the involvement of the source of creation, how would the creation be an ongoing process? It is constantly involved. It cannot be separated. So it is because of this, they said, first there was word. That means from total, unmanifest existence, when it began to manifest, the first thing that happened was sound. Even the scientists agree it was a big bang. A bang means a sound, right? In India, it's very beautifully expressed. The first and only one god who existed in that part of the world was Rudra. Rudra literally means one who roars, a roarer. So why they called him Rudra is, that is the beginning of creation, because it's a roar. The scientists call it a bang. Now, the scientists are withdrawing that bang theory, that one big bang theory, and they're saying there were a series of bangs. So one very popular physicist right now, who's written very popular books, recently he wrote a book, I didn't read this, I met him. He wrote a book called Endless Universe. Yes, Endless Universe. Always science has believed that everything has a beginning and an end. Now physicists are talking about an endless universe. The yogic system has always been talking about an ever-expanding universe. For the first time, top-level physicists are beginning to recognize that there is no beginning and an end, it is an endless universe. It is a popular theory going on right now among the scientific community that universe may be endless. So when I was in conversation with him, I asked him, is it possible that it was not a bang, but it was a roar, a continuous roar? He thought about it, he looked at many things and then he said, it's possible. Maybe it was not just a bang, it was a roar. It didn't happen in one instant, it roared for a certain length of time and slowly creation began to happen. So the first form, the first god was known as the roarer. Rudra means the roarer. So I asked, how many times do you think he could have roared? He said, we cannot say. We cannot say because we have no way of knowing how many times, but obviously he's roared more than one time. Then I said, someday if your research takes you there, keep this as a guide point. He has roared 84 times. He asked, how do you know? On what basis are you saying? I said, by looking into my system, I'm saying, creation has roared 84 times. And it will roar further, many more times. A maximum of 112 times it will roar. When it roars the last time, then there will be no beginning and end, it'll be a perpetual creation. That's too far, but I told him, you hold this 84 as some kind of a guidepost and you have machines and mathematics. I didn't learn 1 + 1 how much. You learned all those things, you work on this someday. Someday if you arrive at a number, you will arrive at this number, it will be 84. How is this possible, he asked. I said, See, if you cut a tree today, people look into the rings of the tree and talk about, in the last 1,000 years, when a drought happened, when excessive rain happened, when a fire happened, everything, right? If you cut into this system with your awareness, the very history of this creation is written into this one. 84 times the creation has rolled. We are in this 84th roll. What has happened as a result of that 84th roll is where we are.
The concept of multiverse represents a fascinating and speculative extension of our understanding of the cosmos. While the idea of a single, observable universe has been the foundation of cosmological theories for centuries, the notion that our universe is just one of many has gained traction in recent decades. Multiverse theories came in various forms, each offering a unique perspective on the nature of reality. It's important to note that these theories often arise from advanced theoretical frameworks in physics, lacking definitive experimental confirmation. Let's explore some of the prominent multiverse theories and the implication they carry. Bubble multiverse. Bubble theory, the concept of inflationary cosmology, proposes that the early universe underwent an exponential expansion, smoothing out irregularities and setting the stage for the large-scale structure we observe today. In the context of the multiverse, this inflationary process could give rise to a bubble multiverse. The idea is that different regions of space stop inflating at different times, creating distinct bubble-like structures. Each bubble represents a universe with its own unique properties, including potentially different physical constants and laws. These bubbles, each existing in its own pocket of space-time, would be casually disconnected from each other, making direct observations or communication between them impossible. The properties of each bubble universe would be determined by the specific conditions during the inflationary phase when the bubble formed. While this concept provides a way to envision a multitude of universes, it also raises questions about the nature of the transition between these bubbles and the overall structure of the multiverse. Parallel universes. The concept of parallel universes system from the peculiarities of quantum mechanics, a branch of physics that governs the behavior of particles at the smallest scales. The many worlds interpretation suggests that every possible outcome of a quantum event actually occurs in the separate universe. In other words, if a particle can exist in multiple states simultaneously, each of these states corresponds to a different universe. For example, consider a scenario of a particle spin being measured. According to the many worlds interpretation, the universe splits into different branches, each realizing one of the possible outcomes of the measurement. While this interpretation has been debated and alternative explanations exist, the idea of parallel universes originating from quantum events remains a thought-provoking aspect of multiverse theories. Membrane. String theory is a theoretical framework attempting to describe the fundamental constituents of the universe as tiny vibrating strings. In the context of the multiverse, the membrane multiverse theory posits the existence of additional spatial dimensions beyond the familiar 3 dimensions of space and 1 dimension of time. According to this idea, our universe could be a 3-dimensional brain embedded in a higher dimensional space. Other brains representing different universes could also exist within the higher dimensional space. The interactions between these brains might influence the properties of the universes they contain. Collisions or interactions between brains could lead to phenomena that affect the observable feature of our universe, offering a potential explanation for variation in physical constants or laws. Cyclic universe. Oscillating expansions and contractions. The cyclic universe hypothesis suggests that our universe undergoes an infinite series of cycles, each consisting of an expansion phase followed by a contraction phase. During each cycle, the universe resets itself, potentially with different physical laws or constants. The idea of cyclic universe has historical roots, with earlier models proposing oscillatory behavior driven by various mechanisms. The cyclic model attempts to address certain cosmological puzzles such as the nature of dark energy and the apparent fine-tuning of physical constants. However, challenges exist, including the need for a mechanism to prevent the accumulation of entropy from one cycle to the next, and the requirement for a driving force to initiate each new cycle. Landscape multiverse, string theory and the landscape of possibilities. The landscape multiverse theory arises from the mathematical and conceptual framework of string theory. String theory posits that fundamental particles are not point-like, but are instead tiny, one-dimensional strings vibrating at different frequencies. The theory also introduces additional spatial dimensions beyond the familiar three. In the context of the multiverse, the landscape multiverse suggests that the constants and laws of physics we observe in a universe are just one set among many possible configurations in a vast landscape of possibilities. Each point in this landscape could represent a different universe with its own unique properties. The landscape is vast and diverse, allowing for a wide range of physical conditions and constants. The concept provides a potential solution to the question of why our universe seems finely tuned to support the existence of life. If there are countless universes with different properties, it's not surprising that we find ourselves in one compatible with life. While the landscape multiverse offers an intriguing way to address the fine-tuning puzzle, it also raises questions about the nature of landscape itself and the criteria that determine the selection of a particular set of physical laws. While multiverse theories often captivating possibilities, they also face significant challenges and criticisms. One common criticism is the lack of direct observational evidence for the existence of other universes. The fundamental nature of the multiverse often places it beyond the reach of empirical testing, making it difficult to subject these ideas to the rigorous scrutiny demanded by the scientific method. Moreover, some argue that invoking a multiverse to explain certain phenomena might be seen as a form of theoretical cop-out, a way of explaining away mysteries without providing a deeper understanding. For example, if a theory predicts a vast number of possible outcomes, it might be challenging to use the theory to make specific testable predictions about our own universe. Despite these challenges, the exploration of multiverse theories remains an active and vibrant area of theoretical physics and cosmology. Researchers continue to refine and develop these ideas, seeking ways to test or constrain the various multiverse models. New observations, experimental advancements, and developments in theoretical physics may offer fresh insights into the nature of the cosmos and the potential existence of other universes. The concept of a multiverse challenges our traditional notions of a singular observable universe and opens the door to a rich tapestry of speculative ideas, whether emerging from the inflationary scenarios of cosmology, the peculiarities of quantum mechanics, or the abstract realms of string theory. Multiverse theories reflect the creative and explanatory nature of scientific inquiry. While these ideas often lack direct empirical validation, they serve as thought experiments that push the boundaries of our understanding. As technology advances and our observational capabilities improve, it's possible that new evidence may emerge to support or challenge aspects of multiverse theories. Until then, the multiverse remains a captivating and evolving aspect of theoretical physics, a concept that invites us to contemplate the vastness of reality beyond the limits of our observable universe.